And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome. You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Libra. Welcome to Corporate Tarot. My name is Coy, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. What we're looking at right now is the first and last reads for your sign in the month of September, right? First and last, as I like to define it, is defined by aces on top, tens on the bottom. Aces being, hey, the collective of newness, opportunity, emotional openings, things of that, or renewal that still has an element of new to it, right? That could always come up. And in the bottom are the tens, culminations, ultimatums, endings, conclusions, things like that. So, as a preamble to my reads, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse, right? At times when we hear things that can be difficult to sit with or difficult to accept, we have to try to understand, okay, why is that stoking something within me? Because if it really didn't apply to me, then it wouldn't impact me at all, right? So either it really will or it really won't. If it doesn't, hey, I'm glad you came today. But follow along with the read to me today in the read with me today. It ain't even retrograde. I'm just bad at words. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Libra in their first and last read, month of September. We look now to the Ace of Cups. What defines emotional openings here for Libra? Okay, that's a break. If it's just bad shuffling, then we'll eventually get to it. But if it breaks too much, I'll ask the first question that comes to mind. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. Libra in their first and last month of September. Okay. On the Ace of Cups, Ten of Wands. Okay. So we're choosing to hold this as a possibility. Why do we see it as a burden, or at least a weight that we carry? That's not entirely certain. Seven of Swords. Okay. What we say is entirely truthful, is not as it appears to be. How so? Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So why are we saying that that Ten of Pentacles, that culmination, that Seven of Swords, that action is a form of concealment? Why are we saying that the house with the picket fence ain't what it's cracked up to be? Right? At least from what I'm seeing here for the Libra that I'm talking to, the sign of emotional newness is actually trying to examine what we thought was a picturesque culmination for our lives in its current state, right? Does that mean it's a partnership? Does it mean that no? What it means is that we're trying to add all things up together and try to sit with the burden of, is this a projection of what I see as success, of what I see as, a higher version of me, what I see as prominence? Is that projection or is that reality? And part of you is actually gaining not only insight, but solace in knowing that you're able to analyze this, right? Knowing that you want to sit with this because we're trying to peel back the layers to get to why is this bothering me right now. So there's actually an emotional newness in saying we got some cleaning up to do. Good, Libra in state of action. I like it. Show the cards that we need to see, please. Now, upon the Ace of Pentacles, what of newness of opportunity? Why the Ace of Pentacles here in this read? To the Ace of Pentacles, the Hangman. Okay, we gotta define this because that is interesting. That comes up under the new Nine of Pentacles. So an action of active investment, one that we put into for the long term over time. How so? The Hermit, the card of Virgo. We are in Virgo season now. Um, yeah, what we see as an investment that is worthwhile, we're trying to actually prepare ourselves to dig into. And that also ties back to, believe it or not, that Ace of Cups opening, where we're saying, hey, we're trying to examine, and in the examination, we can put not only the efforts that we feel that we have the energy to do, but also saying, okay, I'm going to look at this. The Hangman is a card of intentional suspension, right? I'm going to look at this and see what I can invest into. I wonder if we're coming back around to a dream that we once let go of. Either way, Libra, I see somebody who is trying to trust their wisdom, trying to trust their own guidance on this. The Hermit comes out and say, hey, if this is under examination, then A, why do I feel that way? And B, what can I find within myself to address it? Right? The tools are on my tool belt. I just forgot where I kind of put them right now. And that's what we're trying to kind of regain for ourselves, is that forthright attitude and that forthright aggression towards it, saying that this is a problem that needs to be addressed and I am the right one to do it. We have somebody in a state of motion right now. To the Ace of Wands, reveal the Ace of Wands for Libra in their read. What are the cards we need to see, please? Upon the Ace of Wands for Libra. Okay, that's a break. Why the Ace of Wands located here in the read? This Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Well, I mean, those are nice cards. Very nice to look at, but it ain't hit the table, so I ain't gonna take it. Sorry. So the cards that we need to see, please, upon the Ace of Wands here in this read. Libra in September. King of Swords, okay. The empowerment to make right decisions. There we go. Now we have a decisive choice that we're having here for you, Libra. Three of Swords, okay. A space beyond heartbreak, because again, this is showing up under the Ace of Wands. So with the things I think you're finding dissatisfaction with over here, we're now saying, yeah, I can sit with it, right? It's not trying to be intentionally like nonchalant or flippant. It's actually trying to say, no, I'm ready to deal. Ready to make a bargain. Hierophant, the card of Taurus. And so being empowered that to know that dealing with this conflict, this level of like the void of dissatisfaction is actually imperative to your journey right now. What do you feel dissatisfied in? It could be, you know, a dream that we left behind, could be an opportunity we felt deterred. Why did we not pursue it? Why do we sit with the idea of disappointment and think that we could accept that? And why are we saying not now and hopefully not again? Right? That's the Libra that I'm talking to right now. We're sitting with the dissatisfaction of where things are and saying, actually, the reason this is coming up for me is because I need to pursue this, because it's not going away. Whatever was suppressed for the longest while, it's not going away. You're actually challenging yourself to sit with what is making me dissatisfied. How can I make that better? So, good. To the Ace of Swords. Reveal the Ace of Swords, the home element of Libra, upon this read. What details truth and by extension challenge? Okay. Again, so many breaks, but not repetitious breaks. So again, I'm gonna try to be the bigger person and just say, hey, your boy can't shuffle. But there is a reason that it's breaking across the board. Do understand that, Libra. What exactly for? I am not sure, but we will inevitably get to it. Show the cards that we need to see, please. Ace of Swords for Libra and their read. Taking one more. To that Ace of Swords, we hold the Tower. Things are now breaking apart. Now when we set it in motion, again, let me come back to the Tower because it has such a terrible reputation, but this is actually good. We'll get into it in a second. Next to the Tower, the Four of Pentacles. And that's what I'm saying. This is an investment we held on to, even though we pretended it didn't impact us. Ace of Swords, your truth comes out again. So let's talk about the Tower real quick. The Tower is known as a very sudden and destructive force that comes in and wreaks havoc. The reason being is because, believe it or not, it's in our best interest. And that's the thing that is not said about the Tower a lot because it causes such absolute chaos. For the Libra that I'm talking to right now, the Tower moment here is saying, no, I'm not going to give up on that dream. In fact, I'm going to fight for it. Right? We have a fighter here. Why I'm saying this is because the Four of Pentacles represents that which we hold on to, could be the investment of an account or an opportunity that we never let go of, right? And saying that, putting that next to your truth, the Ace of Swords next to the Ace of Swords, not only are we holding on to it, we are white knuckle gripping it right now. We are saying, the Tower, this motion, this is what I have, and this is what I'm moving forward with. Let things fall to the wayside so that I can put this into motion, right? That is a Tower in its most optimal form, because even as destruction is laid before you, it's actually opening up the path to what you said you wouldn't give up, right? And the way the Tower works, you can't really have it both ways, especially after the level of destruction that it causes. But this is good destruction because you're saying, hey, that picket fence that I said that I built up wasn't all it's cracked up to be. I wasn't faking it, but there's another part of me that needs to come out right now. What am I willing to invest into? Underneath it all, Queen of Swords. Cold hard facts, and what we say is what we know. Yeah, we're moving a dream into a state of motion right now. For the Libra that I'm talking to, a dream that we said, hey, no, it's silly, it's stupid, let's move on, and constantly downplaying ourselves around, we're actually saying, nah, let's put it in motion. What do I got to do? So I'm glad that we had that level of confirmation within. Moving down, now looking at the 10, starting with that 10 of Cups, the 10 of Water. Show us the cards we need to see, please, for Libra. And their first and last in September, starting with that 10 of Cups. What are we harmonizing with? What do we find ourselves in pattern with? Ten of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Maybe this emotion, this drive, this burning for it is coming up at the exact right time. Knight of Swords, and now we have a decision to make. Now that this dream, this aspiration is revived, well, then it's not going away. So what are we going to do? We're going to pretend that it doesn't exist again? Because if we do, then all that destruction around us, yes, honestly trying to make way for it, it would be for nothing. But more so, our decisions to say we're not going to give up on it now become a contradiction. Lastly, the Seven of Cups, the belief that the notion of possibility coming back to me is coming back to me for a reason. Right now is that right time. What do I need to do to make it right? Okay, we're starting to believe in harmony again. I like that for you, Libra. Looking to the 10 of Pentacles. So the cards that we need to see, please, upon the 10 of Pentacles. Why the Tree of Life? What are we trying to do upon this journey? Try that 10 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. Okay, so when we say the 5 of Wands is arriving under the 10 of Pentacles, we're saying we're establishing there's a conflict with the current order of things. Right. Now we start off with the opening with a 10 of Wands near that 10 of Pentacles, but it was concealed by that 7 of Swords. Right. So we're holding on to that notion that maybe things might not be right here. That 5 of Wands is saying, nah, we actually got beef. Right. We went from a passive conflict to a very active one. And it all comes to the fact of, what do I want? What do I need to go get it? Okay, I can see why you're doing that. 9 of Cups, the notion of wish fulfillment and fulfillment of the self. Yeah, because once we establish that there's a problem, we are on the pathway to fixing it. Hierophant, the card of Taurus. And so we're feeling driven not only intellectually, but spiritually to pursue this path and say, hey, this is what I'm doing now. What do I got to do to make it work? Okay, 10 of Wands over here. Reveal the 10 of Wands for Libra in their read. What about the Ten of Wands for Libra in their read? What about the burdens that we're carrying on our back, that which we find worth it and not separating from? The Hangman. Will this venture pan out with time? You already pulled the Hangman earlier here under new opportunity. Who knows? But it's a fight, at least for the Libra that I'm talking to, you're saying it's a fight worth fighting for. Okay, that's the first. The next, Temperance, the card of Sagittarius. Here, Temperance being the reason I want to sit with this burden, win, lose, or draw, I gotta see this through, right? Whereas healing takes time, so does the revival of dreams. Which one do I want? Do I want to sit in the pain of what if, or do I want to actually try and say what is? Next, Judgment. The second highest arcana, divine timing, and therefore divine lessons. Maybe that time is now. We have a Libra who is pushing themselves into a state of activation around a dream that they first originally suppressed for the longest time. You gotta call it somewhere, man. Now to the Ten of Swords. Show the cards that we need to see, please, upon the Ten of Swords in this read. What of sharp conclusions being made? Because I like this for you, Libra. I do. We went from kind of a passive voice around it to almost screaming at it. Now, the question is why? Show me that Ten of Swords for Libra in this read. The Lovers, card of Gemini. So painful conclusion, and I'm tying this more back to opportunity. I'm not necessarily seeing a intimate partner bond here, but hey, who knows? We'll keep going. High Priestess. Let me do one more. And Queen of Wands. Yeah. Okay. So again, I don't necessarily see an intimate partner bond here, if that's what you were trying to apply this to, Libra. What I am seeing is the Lovers, especially in a career-based opportunity, means this is the path I'm meant to be on. I choose it and it chooses me back. And that's why we call it life, right? That is what the Lovers is about. The painful conclusion is the High Priestess, part of you knows this is something you don't want to live without. We're not suppressing this dream anymore. We're making it come to the forefront. Win, lose, or draw, this is a part of us. This is a part of us now. And next, the Queen of Wands. Trying to embrace it in the most positivistic form, all that it entails, and wanting to be enveloped by it. What does it mean to change my life positively around it, rather than shutting off or casting my own willpower aside? Underneath it all, the Emperor, card of Aries. This one, a decision is being made. What goes, like the materiality that backs up that decision, that's debatable. But what we are saying, this is a decision that we're making. We're putting this, what was once on hold, we're putting it into the limelight. Here I am. Okay. Define the major arcana strewn across the table. Show me the cards I need to see, please, for the major arcana in their reading. We'll start with, I saw the Hermit first, so we'll start with that Hermit and move around. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for the major arcana strewn across the table. First, underneath that Hermit, the notion of healing is defined by what? King of Cups. I'm actually in a state to engage with this right now. Whether I put it off for the right or wrong reasons, that's debatable for you to decide, Libra. But what we are saying, there's never been a better time than now to say, hey, this dream, this internal drive is coming out for a reason. Let it play. To the Hangman. King of Wands. Okay, and now from a state of suspension, how do we engage with it properly and rightfully, right? I think it's good to have a state of suspension as long as we have the end goal of eventually getting off of that branch, tying ourselves down from it, or untying ourselves rather, and saying this changed my perspective. Right now, we're trying to embrace what do we have to look at, what do we got to do to make it right, not to say we're going to delay it further. Okay, Hierophant, the card of Taurus. Knight of Pentacles, the right thing to do is invest. This is my path now. This is what we're doing going forward. I'm going to invest into this. The next, the Tower. Knight of Swords. a tower, one based around action, because once this goes into motion, it's not going to go into hiding. You're at a stage where you're saying there's no going back. What do I do with everything that I got right now? Next, there was others. The Hierophant on the underneath, Nine of Swords. And now the spiritual path, or this following that we said that we're going to garner and going to work with, the Hierophant suggests I'm going to face my fears. Part of the reason I suppressed for so long, and now I'm so willing to deal with conflict, because hey, I mean, I ain't got nothing to lose, but more than that, I want to see if I'm actually worth making it in. This is my time. This is what we're doing. Let's go to, I saw Temperance first in that set, Ace of Swords. The truth is, part of the matter is, and I think this ties back to this Ace of Swords up here, win, lose, or draw, I'm ready, right? If the path has been laid out, then what else do I have to do on my end to follow through? Next to the Hangman, Four of Swords. Whatever is unfolding, we're not afraid. Whereas I think in the past, there was a level of hesitancy and all the chaos of what could, would, or should be. Here, nah, we're going to see it. We're going to learn from it. And then we're going to grow along with it. To Judgment, Eight of Pentacles. I know it. There we go. There we go. The card of mastery, skills, and being an adept. Judgment. Okay, now it's not a theory anymore. Let's put our skills to the test. Now is the time to pursue. Okay, I'm liking this for you, Libra. We're moving into action, such concentrated and such forward action. Next to the Lovers, Seven of Swords. Okay, and normally I would have, a different reaction, but being that that's the Lovers under the Ten of Swords, once we said that we could do without it, whatever this pursuit was, it could be another time or another place. Yeah, that's BS, right? Right now is that time. Seven of Swords is revealing what was not originally told or actualized on the surface. So that Seven of Swords underneath that Lover is connected to that Ten of Swords. It's a dream you never gave up on. Very blunt, that's how I see it. It's a dream we never gave up on, and now we're saying we cannot live without. To the High Priestess, Three of Swords. And in knowing that we couldn't give it up, there was the heartbreak, right? We can't go on suppressing who we are, suppressing what we say we want to do, and simultaneously claim, suspended happiness. That's not how we're going to roll right now, at least for the Libras I'm talking to. Okay, resolution. Real cards of resolution for Libra in their reading. What is held in a space of resolution for Libra in their read today? Resolution we hold, the Ten of Wands. So now we sit with the burden. We started off, that was the first card you pulled, and a lot underneath, the position card of the Ten of Wands. We sit with the burden, and we sit with it all the way, right? We sit with the good, the bad, what we suppress, what we don't want to anymore. We sit with all aspects of it because we find it worthy of the journey. Ten of Pentacles. And what does it mean to truly have that foundation? And because this is tied specifically to an opportunity that you suppress, Libra, I'm going to say, what does that look like building my life moving forward? Underneath it all, the Hangman. And so time will tell. But what we do know is that we have to make a choice on it. This is no longer trapped in suspension, only our opinions of it. But our opinions change as we reveal more action around it. So here's what I see in your read today, Libra. We know that we have to make a choice out of something that was trapped in suspension at one point. That being whether that be a career opportunity or something I'm getting very much a monetary value, whether that be a job or a personal pursuit of yours, a personal project, we're saying we're not letting it go, not now, and hopefully not ever again. I'm trying to follow through. I'm trying to say, hey, I can encounter all my fears of why I said I would suppress this in the first place. This is very doable. This is very much for me. And once I say I can't let it go, I don't want to be heartbroken around it, but I don't have to suppress it anymore either. This is a part of me, and I'm going to pursue it to the max of its ability. I'm ready. That's what I see for you in your read today, Libra. I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, with this level of energy, I hope you're ready for you. Take care. I'll see you around, okay?